Hi everyone, welcome back to Monetize Your Skills Academy, and now we are going to delve into module number 2. We are still laying the foundation, right? We are on phase 1, but now we are in the second step of our phase. The first step we just covered was discovering how you are uniquely and divinely wired. But after you figured out how you're wired, how you're gifted, now it's time to define your market and who needs that. And by the way, if you want to find more on this is in your book, right? I hope many of you have the book, Monetize Your Skills. If not, go grab a copy on Amazon or right on our website, monetizeyourskills.com. But if you're in this course, you should have a copy by now. If you are in the 100-day challenge, you actually have a free copy. Others, make sure you go to your bonus section in the course, because in the bonus section, we actually have a place where you can go and download the digital copies of the book for free, the different versions. So no excuse, okay? So now let's delve into it. Define. What are we defining here? We are going to know exactly who you are called to serve and who you're not called to serve. Also, who needs your skills, your solutions, your education, your expertise, your experiences. Who are the people that needs those services, what you bring to the table, right? This is where we're going to find out how we're going to market our talents now, our gifts, right? Because marketing does two main things. It attracts your ideal customer or client, and it also repels those who are not your ideal customer and client, because that's really what it's all about. You want to deal with the key people that needs what you have to offer, and everybody don't need it. I know sometimes we feel like that as creators, but everybody does not need your service. So you cannot reach everybody, but you need to reach the people who actually need what you have, because it resonates with them. By the way, all of this is in your book in chapter 7. So if you want to follow along, you can do that. Here we are bringing out the nuts and bolts, the things that you need, but there you can also find some more in-depth questions as well. But we just bringing out what is relevant for you to get moving, get going right now in this particular training. So what do we want to ask? We want to have some market ID questions. We're going to identify our market. In another way to put it, we're going to identify your unique customer, your unique client, your unique person who needs your unique gift. But before we go into that, we wanted to provide a little extra service for those who may want to go the career route. My philosophy and principle is this: everybody does not have to be an entrepreneur, but everyone should be entrepreneurial. So no matter which field you go, but some of you in the book, I talk about some six-figure careers, right? We know that, most people, doctors, lawyers, engineers, generally going to make six figures, but there are also some career fields out there that are six-figure fields. For example, we have here constructions, financial services, healthcare administrators, and all these people, information technology, online business. That's what we are dealing with primarily in this course. Project program management, right? I went back to get a master's degree in project management primarily for that reason too. So you have that insurance. But I'm just saying, so for those who want to get a six-figure career, those are pretty much easy. You just simply go back to school and get a degree for that. Like, that's the general path for those. But what you can do, though, is you can now, with that degree and so forth, you can take that information and you can apply the principles of Monetize Your Skills to further leverage. Remember, that's the key word here. We are leveraging our education, expertise, and experiences. And so now you can be able to build on your job if you want to. But for others, we are trying to develop that entrepreneurial drive and show you that your gifts and talents are already all you need to be able to make a six-figure even beyond the workplace, okay? So again, go ahead and follow that system. Here are some money smart schools out there at high paying degrees, right? Business administration is always a good degree because that can be used in pretty much any field out there. Computer science and IT, I mean, that's what our world is driven by right now, technology. But with technology comes problem as well. So cybersecurity is also a big thing. Engineers have always been in demand. Healthcare administration is in demand. That's a very tough job too for many people because it's a steep climb as well. But nonetheless, there are a lot of healthcare administrators who actually make six figures. Operations research and project management. That's the field I'm in. I love project management, okay? But for those of you who want to, maybe get something quick, because like we say, degree or no degree, you can make six figures, okay? We're just saying for those who, that's your route, we're not going to dwell on that too much because it's pretty much simple. Find a school, find a degree that pays six figures and go for it. But make sure it matches up with what we've just discovered, your gifts and talents, how you're wired, right? Don't go get a degree simply because it pays money. Get a degree that is part of you, who you are, and that resonates with you as well. So if you want to sharpen up some of your skills, there's General Assembly, there's Khan Academy, there's Mission University, New Charter University, Pat New University, and University of People. Actually, you can get an MBA here actually without paying tuition, but all you do is pay for the exams. It's fully accredited and everything, right? And the Web Institute, I think that's more on the engineering side as well. So if you go to these schools, minimum debt, and you can get through the program as fast as possible, right? And some of them, like General Assembly and Khan Academy, are not necessarily your traditional type of schools, but I put them on here because you can gain quick skills, especially with General Assembly, to be able to go into the marketplace, especially when it comes to the IT field. All right, I hope that serves you, but let's delve into now, how do we take our own gifts and talents and to be able to monetize them by defining our market? Because even if you have a degree, you have to figure out what market and industry you're going into. That's what this is about, right? Who needs your service as an engineer? Who needs your service as, as a healthcare administrator? Who needs your service as a project manager? So that's what we're talking about here. So let's go into now. Market ID questions are helping us to figure out that ideal customer. If you know that ideal customer, your marketing message will be right. You can write copy that speaks their language, right? And that's one of the big things, is that many people are all over the place, or they think their product is for everybody and it speaks to nobody. No, your product needs to speak pain points to different people. So let's ask some of these questions. Again, get a piece of paper on your iPad, your iPhone, whatever you're using, and just follow along and answer these questions, right? If you don't answer the questions, you're doing yourself a disservice. I want you to answer the questions because, again, if you're going to build a course, if you're going to do training, consulting, coaching, and all that, you need to know this. And so if you can be clear on this, everything else will pretty much fall into place easily. Now, what great need or problem does my audience have that I can solve? Okay, you're asking that to yourself. What great need does your potential customer client have that you yourself can solve with your gifts and talents, and that you can solve it pretty easily? Okay, another question. With whom do you want to work and with whom don't you want to work? Because that's very crucial. There are some customers and clients that will drive you crazy. Just like many of us go to jobs that we don't like, working for bosses we don't like, or managers we don't like, because that's part of the problem. We have not decided who we don't want to work with. Again, serving the right person makes your life much easier and more enjoyable doing business or whatever have you. So you want to write down, what kind of person or customer do I really want to work with, right? For example, one of the simple, I want to work with people who can pay for what you're charging, right? We're going to ask that question coming up soon. Okay, what is causing my ideal customer or client the most pain at this current moment, right? Because what people buy with their emotions and they justify with their logics later on. So what is causing them pain? Because that's, again, you want to solve their pain, and they will go and find a solution for their pain. So what is causing them pain? Okay, figure that out and you have a product or program. Now, where is he or she currently searching for solutions for their problem? Where are they going? Are they going to seminars? Are they searching into Google? Are they on forums? Are they meeting on local networking groups? Are they at AA? Where are they searching for solutions to their problem? Because when people have pain, they find somewhere to go and alleviate that pain. Another question, what skills do I have or do you have that can solve your customer's pain? What specific skill that you have that can solve it, or experience or education? Now, another way to put this, let me give you an example actually. Let's just say, for example, one of the pain point is we have a wife or we have someone who's engaged. Let's take that one, that's better. So you have a lady, she's engaged and she wants to fit in her nice beach, She want to have a beach body for her bikini so she can enjoy the honeymoon that she's about to go on. Pain point, she's overweight. Pain point, she don't feel as beautiful. But she wants to look like that because everybody wants to fit in their thing when they go on a honeymoon, right? So she has an immediate need to lose 10 pounds in 10 days because the wedding is in 10 days and she hasn't been exercising. So now that's what you can do. But if you have experience in weight loss or rapid weight loss now, that's where you can speak to this person because now you can develop a product or program or service that says how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days so you can fit in your bikini for your honeymoon. See what I'm saying? That's specific targeting, specific messaging that reach a specific person, right? With a specific problem. So that's the kind of thing that we're talking about. So what skill do you have? I have the skill of being able to help you monetize your skill. Some people are out there trying to leverage their education, maybe get out of debt and so forth. That's a pain point. They're looking for a solution to be able to make more money. I have a solution, monetize your skills, because your own skills are the key to use to be able to help yourself make this kind of money that you want to make so you can get out of debt, fund your dreams, sustain your mission, message, or cause. That is what I'm talking about. Okay? Now, what product or program or service can you offer that they will like and that they can get results from? So what product, program, or service that you can offer that they will like and that they will get results from? So let's go back to the engaged lady, the fiance, who's gearing up for this wedding and honeymoon. So maybe you can offer some coaching sessions. Maybe you can have her come in and put her on a diet plan. You can be a personal trainer, for example. She can take an online course, or if you develop this formula, this diet thing that she can take and get the results because you have other people who went through that and they got results. So now you can be able to offer that as a solution. So think of that. So that's a product, that's a program, and that's a service. The product is you can write a book about how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. Another thing is you can have a course that says how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days. You can have a personal coaching or personal trainer where now you say, I will help you lose 10 pounds in 10 days if you just follow everything I teach you and show you. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, next. Are they willing? Now, this is a key question. Are they willing and are they able to pay your price for these products, programs, or services? Because, again, you don't want to develop a product or program for a person who cannot pay what you're worth, because it makes both of you miserable. Because most people like to nickel and dime. You don't want to deal with people who will nickel and dime you. Now, of course, you don't want to set your price too high nor too low. If you go in the webinar, we actually have a training on how to produce your course, and part of that is how to actually come up with your pricing strategy. But whatever your price is, your customer should be able to pay for it. For example, if I'm selling Rolls Royce, obviously I have already automatically said who this is not for. The average person making $50,000 a year does not buy Rolls Royce, right? So therefore, that's not my customer, right? Even some people might be making $75,000 and above, might not be my ideal customer. I'm looking for people who might be executives, who are entrepreneurs, maybe, millionaires. That's the kind of people who I'm looking for to buy that type of a car. So they must be at a minimum making six figures. You see how that works? So are they willing and able to pay? Yes, millionaires are willing and they're able to pay for that type of price point. Okay, there's some people who go to Walmart because of the price point, right? There's some people who shop at Target because of the price point. But there are other people who now shop in upscale stores and so forth because of the price point. So they must be willing and they must also be able to pay for what you are worth. Now, let's continue. Some other questions. What products, program, or service is my target market already buying? So in other words, you don't want to or necessarily have to reinvent the wheel. You can just improve on what's already out there. Because if your customer is already, let's just say again, we go back to the fiance who's preparing for the wedding and honeymoon. If people like that are already going to, let's say, boot camps, weight loss boot camp, then you can create a similar boot camp, right? So what are they already searching for? Are they looking for books? Are they already buying books about this problem? Are they already going to seminars or workshop about this problem? If they are, then that's where you can fit in or create something similar as well. Another thing you want to know about your competition. Who is supplying these solutions? to your target market, because if they're buying these things, obviously somebody is selling them and they know something. So this is where now you can know what your competitor is doing or selling and now differentiate yourself, right? So you have different pizza joint, right? But I think one of the things that Domino used, or this is called your USP, right? So you can also develop your unique selling proposition or your unique selling position in the marketplace, where they now say 30 minutes or less, right? You get your pizza delivered in 30 minutes or less. That's what we're talking about there, because everybody else sells pizza. What makes you different? Well, they're focused probably on, in the beginning, at the college market. These are college kids, you know, some of them might be doing crazy things, and hey, we can get the pizza delivered to you in no time, right? So that's the kind of stuff that you want to consider. Who is supplying your market, your goods to the market, and how are they supplying it? What products are they actually selling and promoting? What's working for them? What's marketing strategy are they using? So in our space here, we have a lot of people now who are doing online courses. So that's where now we will say, if people are buying courses, I will go now, you will look and see the type of courses people are buying, what they're paying for, and then you say, okay, I see what the market is actually trying to buy, and now I can offer them something similar or improved, right? Now, how are they supplying this solution? I think we just covered that actually. How can I now supply similar solutions to my marketplace? That we just talked about that as well. Now, here's another question. What books, courses, seminars, events are they interested in? Actually write that down, because people are buying all of these things, right? Especially when it comes to how-to. How-to stuff, people love books, courses, seminars, events, and the like. So what are they interested in? Please fill in the blank there. Now, what keeps them up at night gazing at the ceiling because they're stressed out and they're worried? So I'm going to show you in a second how I went through this with my own book, Transition to Civilian Life with Confidence. What will keep a veteran up at night, to me, I said in this book, is they're worried about transitioning. They're worried about how they're going to replace their military income, because it's not easy to transition when you have a steady job, steady income, and you're going into civilian world, you know, where you're not sure what's going to happen. So that's their biggest thing, is they're comfortable with what they make, the money they make, all the services that the military provide, you know, pretty much like gratis. So, or free. Why would they want to leave that? So it's a struggle. Now I want you to write 1 to 2 sentences that best describes your ideal market and how you can help them. I'll give you an example. So this is my book, Transition to Civilian Life with Confidence. This book is specifically, let's go through this, is specifically for veterans, people who are transitioning from the military to civilian life. What keeps them up at night? They're worried about, how am I going to replace my military income? And that's the problem. They don't want to transition, or they don't feel confident, or they have fear about transitioning, because upward in their mind is this: how am I going to replace this money? All my benefits are taken care of in the military. All these things I have, you know, and how am I going to be able to now do that in the civilian world? This is where, if you answer these questions, you can develop a product. So my product, if you notice even the name now, how I can speak their language. Transition to Civilian Life with Confidence. Why? Because they are fearful of transitioning. So I'm trying to give them confidence to make the transition. The next thing is, what keeps them up at night? The problem of replacing their income. Here's my messaging in the back. You can replace your military income. You can transition with confidence. 2 bold headlines in the back of the book. Bam! That's already speaking to their language, right? And then, if money is the main issue, that's our sub-headline. In 90 days, not long, a 90-day strategy to launch a lucrative career or business using your military training and experience. See? Simple. That's a product that I can now offer to the military community, veterans in particular, but also even parents who might be out and their children are transitioning, for example, coming back home. Bam! People who might be retiring, even though they are a little bit better, because there are different types of transitioning veterans. But for those who are retired, they might want to know, well, what am I going to do different? You know, they're going to have a check from the military, but still this can speak to them. But it mostly speaks to the person who has not retired but is transitioning, because they still have to continue earning from scratch, right? And so that's a great example. So go ahead, answer those questions. The final question after you've gone through all of that is write 1 to 2 sentences that best describes your ideal market and how you can serve them. If you're looking for some ideas, here are just a few. Here are the money niches. In anything that you do, you will always find customers here. Diet and weight loss, health and wellness, internet marketing, investing and entrepreneurship, marriage and parenting, or anything that has to do with relationship, personal finance, and spirituality. Those are the top niches that makes money, period. So I want to also help you out to shorten the curve of trying to figure it all out. If you go on Amazon, you will find books on all of these. If you go on Udemy, you will find courses on all of this. These are the things that you have paid money from. Have you paid money for something on health and wellness lately? Have you paid money for something on investment, managing money, saving money, whatever the case may be? Relationships, how to find love, how to keep love, how to make your marriage strong, how to divorce proof for marriage. All of those are stuff. I am in the space of spirituality, right? A lot of my books are about that. And not only that, but I do buy books on spirituality as well. So that's why these make money consistently. Now, what can you offer to people? Here are some top dollar skills, and I call them six-figure skills, really, because if you master any of these skills on the right here, you will be able to make a six figures. Copywriting, because copywriting actually is what sells products and programs and services, right? You have data mining and management. Data mining is big today. All of our data out there. Think about it. Facebook has now over 2 billion people. That's a lot of data. Advertising agencies love Facebook because they have all this data. Okay? Digital products creation. That's what we are doing here. This course is a digital product, right? So digital product creation. My books are all available in digital format. That's digital products creation. Funnel creation is big. How do people sell online? How do you develop these web pages that make sales, okay? Online traffic generation. I'm telling you, if you really want to make it big, this one I would highly recommend. Learn how to do traffic online. Programming, software developers. This is big right now. People are paying hundreds of thousands of dollars to develop different programs and different softwares and apps right now, right? Social media advertising, right, which is similar to online traffic, but this is one you totally specialize in social media advertising. Now imagine if you're an expert on Facebook or Instagram advertising. You can actually now run an agency supplying those products and services to businesses. Every business needs Facebook right now to advertise. I mean, you cannot really have a totally offline business. At minimum, it needs to be a hybrid of both online and offline, right? So you have an opportunity. If you want to master any of these skills, you will be able to make it six figures because they actually are proven top dollar skill sets. Okay, well, there you have it. We have now defined, provided that you do your part and do your homework, you now go out there and define the market, define the ideal customer client for your products and services, and we'll see you on the next step.